and welcome to my home stable tour number 2. The last time I did this, that was quite a while ago, and I picked up some new horses and some new gear. I think I've sorted things differently, so I've got loads to show you. But just before we start, just because of tradition, I did actually explain what I was wearing last time and where I got it from, so that's what I'm going to do today. So on my head, I've got the black trucker cap from Fort Pinter, then I've also got on the pink cardigan from the mall, I'm wearing the white bobcat pants from the Bobcat shop, and I've also got on the black pro gloves from the mall and black competition boots also from the mall. So without any further ado, let's get on to the horse section of this home stable tour. Right, so my horses are actually sorted in a specific order. So we start with Wild Promise, and all along here I think it snakes around like that and then goes up. The horses are actually in order of when I bought them or got them in some cases, so that you guys can kind of see the timeline of which horses I got first and which ones are the most recent horses. We start off with Wild Promise, who is my Jorvik starter horse, or Jorvik Warmblood. I'm so excited for the new versions to come out. I think ever since they did the third and final update for the model of the Jorvik Warmblood, they look so amazing and they look so good. I just love all of their animations, and I really like the braids up here. I wouldn't change Wild Promise for the world, because he has always been my little gelding who was the white, and I just fell in love with him ever since I made him back in like 2013, I think it was. So yeah, him and me are BFFs, but I think at the moment I've kind of taken him as kind of a retirement horse because I've had him for so long. So after I got Star Rider, I got to buy my first horse. Now this is Dark Rebel, and she is a Jorvik pony. Originally I wasn't going to get a pony because I didn't like them that much, but then there was that quest where you required a Jorvik pony to actually complete it, and it really bothered me that I had quests that I couldn't do, so I did actually end up buying a pony to complete that quest. So she ended up being my first purchase ever since I got Star Rider. So I'm still really keen on her color scheme. I definitely, though, if I did like say a roleplay account, I don't think I'd get this horse again, but you have to admit she is pretty cute. And I haven't maxed her, which is actually really bad considering I've had her almost like the longest out of all of the horses, but I really don't like training ponies, especially since back in the day they took longer to train. So that was Dark Rebel. Over here we've got Night Queen. I remember getting Night Queen. I had to, since I spent all my star coins that I got when I got Lifetime on a pony and decking myself out in gear, I didn't actually have any left, and I needed to be level 12. So I had some questing to do and some saving up. And I remember hitting level 12 but not quite being able to afford a Frisian at the time. And what I would do is I would go around Moorland or wherever I was, and I would friend anyone that was like riding this horse. Yeah, that was really bad, but I'd friend them. I don't know what I was hoping to get out of it, but I just loved seeing these horses. And I remember waking up on the Saturday so excited that I could finally get the horse, and it was still dark out in Star Stable, and I finally bought this horse and I rode her absolutely everywhere. She was I think she was the second horse I maxed, because I actually maxed my Jorvik starter first. And I mean, I still love her. I think the old Jorvik models just have such like, they don't have as much elegance as the newer ones, but I think they just look so powerful and majestic, and they still look gorgeous. Like, I would still buy this horse even if my account got restarted. Like, definitely would still buy this horse. So yeah, that is Night Queen. I love her so very dearly. This horse I actually got, this is Northblood. So these horses all along here I actually got when I bought my first 10,000 star coins. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm very privileged to be able to get the packs of the 10,000, but I do only get them once or twice a year, so this isn't like a frequent occurrence. But this horse came from my first pack. I remember seeing this horse and thinking it was so beautiful. Obviously, it's still in the second stage of the upgrade for the model. I really do hope they upgrade it again, because this model was a lot better than the original. but I'm not sure if they will, because they are bringing out new models, which is a bit of a shame, but I still really like this horse. I'm a sucker for blacks, you will soon get to see. I think this horse is still gorgeous. He actually, sorry, it's a gelding, used to be my dressage horse, so I used to ride around in full decked out dressage gear on this horse back when it was cool to do that. So next up we have Autumn Champion, who is my jumping horse, I believe, or was my jumping horse. If you'll notice that I only tend to level my horses to level 10, just because I don't like riding horses at a level 15, mostly because it means I can't do races if I feel like just jumping on a race, or there's a quest race that gives me XP. I don't really want to do it because they're maxed and they won't benefit from it. Whereas if I'm riding a level 10, they'll be speedy enough to like keep up, and they still have room to get some XP. So that's usually what I do. Plus, I'm kind of a bit lazy. So that's why most of them are level 10 and not 15. Next, we have Skyrunner. This horse is actually really interesting because I bought this horse well before I did riding. And then a couple years later, when I started to back up again, I actually rode a horse that looked exactly like this, and his name was Alexandros. I did mention him in a couple videos before. This horse, I don't know, it just reminds me of a horse out the Saddle Club. I can't remember the name of the horse that looks like this, but I always used him to go on like trail rides and just, you know, like kind of not realistic role play, but like kind of just chilling on my horse, and I still think that he is gorgeous. I especially like the mane. I really like that kind of two-toned look. I just think it just looks gorgeous. So yeah, again, I'd still like it if they got the upgrade as well, like the Jorvik starter has, but I doubt that's gonna happen. Next up we have Midnight Beauty. I remember the first thing I thought when I saw this horse was, wow, it's so small. I was not expecting it to be this small, but this is the first horse I trained in a week. So I just rode this horse every single day, and they actually had the glitch where they were faster than all the horses. So just for nostalgia, I've kept her as my championship horse, which is why she's always tacked up. So whenever there's a championship on, I can just jump on her, get my gear on, and go. So yeah, but she is my favorite. If you watched my Star Stable movie Unbroken, she is the main character in that. So over here we've got Ash Girl. Now she was in the second batch of these kinds of horses, and I always thought she was very pretty. Again, it's that two-tone look, that kind of paint look. I didn't train her to 15. But I still think she's gorgeous. She's definitely a horse that I maybe would get again, just because she's cute, she's decently speedy, and I just really like her coat. So that is Ash Girl. Now we move on to the Morgans. Morgans, I went through a phase, definitely, of Morgan horses. You will see in just a moment. You can see over here, I've got another one. But Cinnamon Girl was my first one that I ever bought from the Morgan batch, and I absolutely loved her, and I still do. I just think her coat is so unique and gorgeous, and I love it. I like the Morgan's model. Maybe they're running, their gallop animation could be improved, but definitely at the time of release, these guys were like definitely stunning, and they're super adorable, and I still really like them, but I don't think I'll be getting any more of them, just because I think I have enough already. But that's Cinnamon Girl, and then I think these two were released in the same batch, I'm not sure, but Midnight Prince definitely caught my eye. I think it was the hair and like the black, and it's just, oh my gosh, he's so pretty, like, oh my goodness. Definitely in love with this horse. I think he's gorgeous, and I kind of wanted to put the hair up in braids, but the curls are just so adorable. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Like, look at their face. It's so cute. Oh, I love Morgans, and I think they're adorable. So yeah, I got these guys in a similar batch. Then we come over here, I believe, yep, and here we have Evening Star. She came pretty soon after Midnight Prince did. I was debating selling her, but for some reason, whenever she's in the store, I reckon I would sell her, but then when I ride her, I don't want to. Bit of a weird situation. It's a love-hate relationship with her. I still think she's gorgeous. I think she's adorable, but I don't like having horses that I never ride or that I don't really like in my stable. So then we move on to Spirit Runner. So again, he's also Morgan, and any horses I'm not sure, is it buckskin? I believe that's the term for this coat. Any buckskin horses I just die for. I think they're gorgeous. Again, he reminds me of Spirit, more so than the actual Spirit in this game reminds me of Spirit, but I guess he's the riding free version rather than the original, and this horse looks more like the original. So after my Morgan phase, I moved on to buying classics. Oh, there's another Morgan, never mind. So then I got another batch of 10,000 star coins, and I really like this model. Like, even though it's really clunky and not very pretty to look at, I don't know, these horses just have a majesticness that no other horse has in this game, and their hair is just gorgeous. Like, I love the curls. Still I wouldn't sell her, I don't think. There are many horses in the stable that I don't ride anymore, but I wouldn't sell them, I don't think. I'm not quite sure whether this goes that way or that way, so I'm gonna just pop over here. Over here we got Storm Spirit. Now, this horse actually made a really short debut in Unbroken. He was Unbroken's father. I was originally going to do a sequel to Unbroken on the Arabian horse, on the updated model of the Arabian horse, and I was set up to do everything, and then they changed the animation and I didn't feel it anymore, so I didn't end up doing the sequel, which is a bit of a shame, but I don't know, it's just the way things pan out. So definitely though, I noticed that when certain horses are standing next to each other, like when these bigger horses are standing next to each other, they look way more appealing. And seeing like the Arabians, all like, I think they were originally at Goldspur, like seeing all the colours together makes you want to get them, definitely. But I had to go with the black. Like, there was no way I was going to go for any other colour but the black, and I still wouldn't change it, I don't think. Definitely don't ride this horse as much, but again, wouldn't sell it. So over here we have Sienna Dawn. Now, I picked out this horse, but I couldn't pick out a name, so my sister actually helped me pick out this name, and I actually really like it. I think Sienna is just a really kind of unusual name, but I think it's so pretty. And this horse reminds me of Spirit's mother, and the hair really sells it for me, like that kind of wild, gorgeous look. I don't know, I'm just a sucker for really long hair. Then we have Spirit himself. I knew I had to get this horse because he looks like Spirit. Like, come on. I mean, come on. Again, buckskin, gorgeous. I just really love. I mean, he's level 1, okay? I don't train him that much, or at all, really. But again, I wouldn't sell him. I'm glad I have him. I think if I had spare star coins, I probably would get him if I didn't already have him. But yeah, he's definitely one of those that I don't really ride that much. So then we come over here and we come to the Fjord. I was torn between this model or the grey one or the white one. But what sold this one to me was the fact that you could buy it at level 10, and I'm a lazy bean. So that is exactly what I did. I got this horse at level 10, and you know what? I'm really glad. I think this horse is gorgeous. I'm really sad that the models have gone, but definitely it's added a kind of extra layer of value to them, because now you can't get them. You know you're an OG player if you have this horse, just because you can't get them anymore. But back when Star Stable was kind of first starting up, you had a very limited number of horses, and that made them like really special. So kind of having these special horses where you can't get them anymore is, I think, a good step. Obviously, I'm saying this because I have one, but at the same time, I'm sure there's many new players that wouldn't want a model like this, that you know, they'd say, well, the new model's cuter. I don't actually own a new model. I thought I was going to, but I ended up not getting one because I didn't feel them. Anyhow, that was Winter Warrior. So over here we have my final purchase from my Morgan phase, which was Silver Wings. I did train her to level 10, so that's good. I think she's adorable. I definitely would keep her. I think this is like genuinely a gorgeous model, but I don't ride her as much as I should. And we went over Angel Wings. So that is my first batch of horses. Believe me, I think we've got about 2 more to do. Okay, so this is kind of where the order gets a bit messed up, because I can't quite remember when the release dates of these horses were and what order I got them in, but I think it's kind of correct, so we're just gonna go with it for now. After my whole spree on the older horses, I got a Tinker horse. So this is Brave Belle. Couldn't decide between the black and the white Tinker. So, of course, my brain just goes, why not get technically both? So, this purchase, actually, I wasn't expecting to make this purchase, but I really like the fact that I did. I really like the paint. I just really do. And then I changed her mane to this kind of side one. I think it's really cute from this side. Not so much from this side, but it's very cute from this side. So we're going to look at it this way. And she was kind of like my trail horse, and I like going on like long rides with her. And you know what? I don't regret this horse at all. I think she's gorgeous. And even though she's an older model, I still appreciate it, definitely. But then I moved on to getting Ash Dance. I didn't own a coat like this, and I kind of wanted to, and I really like the tail, like that mixed color. Really like it. So that's kind of why I went for this horse, and she became kind of like a lesson horse, I suppose, or cross country. I can't remember quite correctly, but as you can see, I didn't really ride her that much. But I still love her nonetheless, and I wouldn't change the fact that I bought her at all. So then, and again, this could be completely wrong, but I believe the Morgans came, Morgans? That is not a Morgan. The Mustangs came out, and this is my first Mustang. I thought they were very cute, but if you'll notice, I don't particularly like the smaller horses. I just prefer the bigger ones in general. I'm not quite sure why, but I do. But I still do really like the Mustang model, and I like the animations. I think they really got it correct. Like, I think they're really cute as well. Like, oh, the faces are so cute. And again, we've got the two-tone mane. So I do really like this horse. Definitely need to ride it more though. So then Abby Lazy Boots came along and was like, oh, I can get a horse that's already level 10 from the app. I think the Mustangs were one of the first horses on the app. Could be wrong, but I'm not sure. I think the foal looked a lot cuter than this. I'm not a huge fan of like the darker patches. I remember Wild Promise having these really like dark patches in the accents of the horse, and I remember when I was creating the horse and picking white, I was hoping that if you got in game you could like brush off the darker bits. I don't know why I thought that, but I did. I'm not a huge fan of this horse, maybe as much as I was in the beginning, but I'm still glad I got it. I don't know if I'd get it again though. So this was Diamond Wings, which was my first purchase from the app. Then came along Crescent Hoof, who was not an app purchase, but is cute nonetheless. I think I'm actually missing one of the Mustangs that I got, but they'll come in later probably. So this is Angel Girl. Then I ended up getting a Welsh pony, Snow Angel. This was actually a really difficult decision because I think all of them are super cute and have really nice coats, but I use this horse for Liberty, funnily enough. I think this horse is absolutely adorable, and I really like her. I love the dapples on the side, and I just think she's so cute. I don't use her as much as maybe I should, but when there's a pony fest, I definitely would bring the Welsh pony out. Then we come over here to my Icelandic. So this is Classy Caramel, and definitely it was just one of those purchases where these horses came out. I thought they were so cute, and I was just like, I gotta get one. So I got this one. Don't regret it, but I did end up buying another another Icelandic horse, and definitely ride that one more. Even though I think they're super cute with the braids, and I don't know, I just really like the kind of textures and the fact that you can see the hair on the horse of this one. Then we move on to my second kind of phase of horses, which was the thoroughbred. So this is Royal Blood. At the time, definitely the English thoroughbreds were gorgeous horses. I think they still are. I really like their model, but I do not like their animation. Even though I did see a video where they, someone explained that if you slow the motions down, it is actually like the correct gait of a horse. But unfortunately, you can't play Star Stable in slow mode, so it looks really weird and it looks really wiggly, and I'm not a huge fan. But I ended up buying loads anyway, and you know what? I don't regret. So then we come over here and we got my second purchase, which was Silver Bullet. So I saved up and got her and rode her a couple times, did some training, and then never rode her again. But you know what? I still love this horse. So that was Silver Bullet. Next, over here we have Fox Girl. She's actually one I really like. I think the ginger chestnut look is super cute. I like the socks, I like the face, I like the hair. They are definitely a lot shinier than a lot of the other horses, but I think that kind of suits them because the thoroughbreds, you can imagine, being a bit more like pampered and kind of shined up is a good thing. So then we get deeper into my addiction, and I started buying horses that I wouldn't normally buy. Like, this definitely isn't my style of coat that I would normally go for. I'd either go for a black, a grey, or a white. That's kind of what I go for. And a palomino if they have them. Sorry, my voice has gone really weird. I think I am catching a cold. But anyway, this horse I wouldn't change at all. I really like it, but I do not ride it as much as I should. Then we come to the final, I believe, final purchase. Yeah, the final thoroughbred purchase which was this flea bitten. I got this horse on my birthday, and yeah, I didn't ride it that much, but I'm glad I have this collection of thoroughbreds. I don't think I would change that fact, because these are the kind of horses that if I didn't have them, I would still want them, even though I don't like them that much while I have them. I know, I'm a bit complicated. But anyway, and here we have Scarlet Blood. You might recognize her from my movie Perfect? I forget what I name my things. I think it's Perfection, which was a Halloween special that I did, and she is the star of it. Again, I did actually have a grey version that was like violet, and I ended up selling it because I didn't like it that much and I wasn't a huge fan. But I think I wouldn't sell this one because of the importance of it to me, and I think they're actually kind of cool. And my dad also rode it in Dad Plays Star Stable, the original. So yeah, I think this horse has a lot of memories. So after that, I think the Halflingers came out again. I'm really sorry if I'm getting dates confused, but yes, not sure if I would get this horse again. I think it's super cute, but again, it's very small. And I think the small horses are cute, but they're just not my style. So that is Honey Girl. I use her for Liberty as well. So then we move on to Scarlet Dancer. I think this horse is gorgeous. And it's the one that looks like Scarlet from, what's it called? What is that TV show called? Horseland, from Horseland, and I think this horse is gorgeous. If you haven't seen the Star Stable series of Horseland that JSV Productions have done, please do check it out, because that's kind of what inspired me to buy this horse, because it is gorgeous. Oh, and here we go. This is Sapphire Wish. Now, she came out in a batch of, it was a Mustang, so it was Sapphire Wish, a different horse that was, I think, a Hanoverian, and another one which I forget. And I actually got the Hanoverian first, but I got confused and put this one down first. And then I went back and got this horse again. I'm a sucker for the gradient of the mane. I think this horse is so cute, and she really fits my style, I think. So I do love this horse, even though I have literally never trained her. I promise I kind of am a lazy player. I'm not going to lie. I come on, I record, I hang out with friends, and then I kind of just leave. I don't really do the stuff I'm supposed to do, but oh well. So that was that batch. I think I covered all of the horses here. I think we have at least another 2 batches to go, so we're going to get those horses out for you now. Okay, so I've switched them all around and I'm losing my voice just a little bit, so I'm going to try to be quick about this and maybe not speak as much. But I've switched out Wild Promise for Midnight Diamond. Now, I know for a fact that I got a horse that's over here first, so we're just going to pop over here really, really quickly. So this was Pepper King. It reminded me of the horse Chili from Horseland. I know it says Pepper, but Chili and Pepper were like together. That's since Chili isn't a name option, I went for Pepper instead, and this was one of the first Lipizzaners. I said that wrong in my types of Star Stable Plays video, and somebody pulled me up, and you're completely correct. I'm saying it wrong. I pronounce things wrong all the time, so I'm really, really sorry about that. But I knew I had to get this one first because it's white and it's adorable, and I did loads of dressage with this horse, kind of on my own and just working on things, and I did train it to level 10, so he is definitely a decent horse to get. I would get him again if I got the chance, so we're just going to run back over here because I got them confused. This horse I bought later, but I still really like it. I think he looks like Black Beauty. I think he would suit the role of Black Beauty. I was actually going to do a Black Beauty remake at one point, but I'm not sure about that now because I reckon I need more help than maybe I can get. So that will have to kind of be put on hold for now. But if I was to do a Black Beauty remake, this would be the horse that I would use because it's gorgeous. Next up we have Thunder Warrior. So this horse is so cool. So when they released the Shires, I was just absolutely blown away. Like, these horses are massive. Like, I don't think there is any horse in the game that is bigger than a Shire, except for maybe the Jorvik, what are they called? Jorvik wild horses, the big versions, because their hair like comes up here. But I was just like, wow, this is like a horse of my dreams. Like, this horse is massive, and you look so cool riding them. You look like you're going off into a war, and it's just so cool. I've actually got 2 horses named Thunder Warrior. I should probably change that. Then I made my second Shire purchase, which is Greybell. Greybell is gorgeous, grey and dappley and so cute and majestic. Like, who wouldn't like Shires? I mean, actually I know quite a few people who don't like Shires, but I think they are genuinely amazing. I think it's so cool how big they are, and you can't fail to look so cool because you just stand out so much because you're on this massive horse. So again, I know this order is wrong, but this is Bluebird. Again, he's pretty cool, I think. Wouldn't sell him, but I don't know if I'd buy him again. He's more of a horse that is like a collector's item, and I definitely do a lot of collecting because like I have Spirit and I don't like Spirit at all, but I've got him just because it's a cool thing to have. Then we come over here to Jewel Power. I definitely remember getting these horses together on the same day, and they're both pretty cool. I definitely like him more when he's charged up with his power, but I actually like her more when she's not, because she's got cool, like the kind of blondie horse that I actually really like a lot more. See, I'm a kind of player that's always torn between really liking the aspect of like the kind of cool powers of Pandoria and quest lines and stuff, and then really liking the realism of the game as well. I think I'm leaning towards the realism a little bit more. So over here we have Charmdale. Right, so me and Hanoverians have a bit of a history. So I remember not liking the horses when they came out. The white ones specifically, I did not like at all. Like, I thought they were so shoddily done. I didn't like them. I think I was definitely partially more biased because I always thought these horses were more what the English thoroughbreds should have been, like a more polished, like the animations were nicer. So I was always a bit salty about that, but I got this horse, and you can see the bitterness in the name actually, because it's like Charmdale, because I was like, oh, everyone thinks they're charming and gorgeous, and I don't. So I got this horse anyway, because I was like, I might as well give it a try, and it definitely grew on me. I think I definitely had bitterness that I shouldn't have had, just because I wasn't happy with the English thoroughbreds, and I was kind of a bit bitter about this horse. But you know what? I don't know if I get this model again, like this coat, but the Hanoverians are quite nice. I'm having deja vu. I think I just did this horse. Hang on a second. Here we are. Right, I put the right horse in now. So this is Royal Beauty. I actually got her like way back when they first came out. I just put them in the wrong order. For some reason, right, I don't remember buying this coat. I could have sworn I spent ages looking at the different models and trying to get the darkest one, because I genuinely think they look better darker. And I could either be completely wrong and I got this one and I'm just being a silly and getting very confused, but I could have sworn I got a darker version that I have seen around, but for some reason I've got this one. Was completely honest, I don't actually think I'd get another new model Frisian, just because, but I wouldn't sell it just because it's kind of novelty. Like, it's a Frisian, definitely they're my favourite breed of all time, but I'm definitely a bit disappointed because the older model of the Frisian just has so much majesticness that this one just doesn't have. This one is elegant and pretty, but I don't think it has that like power that maybe a Frisian should have. But again, this is just my opinion. Yeah, I wouldn't get this model Frisian again. But then we come to Night Prince. This was going to be who the sequel to Unbroken was going to be on, and then they changed the animations. I'm not sure if you guys remember, because this was quite a while back, but I was really, really disappointed that they did, because I think the original animation was just so much better. I have 2 horses named Night Prince. I need to come up with better names. So over here we have the second Hanoverian, and I know what you're thinking. Abby, didn't you just say you didn't like the Hanoverians? Yes, this is correct, but but listen, okay. So I remember thinking, I actually really don't like this coat anymore, but when this horse came out, this was a horse that came out with the white Mustang and another horse. And I remember asking my mum which one I should get between this horse and the Mustang. I ended up getting both, but the Mustang I got a lot later. But I was really happy at the time when I got it, even though I had this kind of like distaste for the Hanoverians. Pepper King, we've already gone over because I've got them all mixed up. So over here we have Silver Star. Silver Star actually did a music video way back when. It was just like, I think, no, not even August, like April of 2017. So it was quite a while ago. I think I was doing a music video for like the Skillet. I can't remember what song it was, but I remember thinking, wow, this horse looks so edgy and cool. And I still think she's gorgeous. I don't ride her on a regular basis, and I can't even take credit for training her because I got her from the app. Definitely would get this horse though. I think it's gorgeous. The paint, I'm a sucker for paint, and blue eyes as well. So it's a bit of a shame that I don't ride this horse as much as maybe I should. So then we come to Mr. Spirit. What can I say? I mean, nah. I wouldn't, if you're somebody that doesn't have a lot of star coins, you know, you're trying to save up, unless you genuinely really like this horse, don't get it. Like, yeah, it's really unique. Yes, it's like a partnership thing. Yeah, it's from a TV show, but like, I don't watch the TV show. I had such a love for the movie. I think there was just so much, like, I just love movies with like morals, and the fact that they did all of that movie without speaking, except for the narration at the beginning and the end, and it was all through the music and what you saw. I think that is absolutely incredible. And then Netflix came along and was kind of like, you know, it was a cheap buyout, let's face it. Like, a lot of the diehard fans for Spirit anyway watch the show. If you like it, then that's good. I'm glad you enjoy it. But don't, even though this horse is like 600 star coins, it's not worth it. Wouldn't get it. But I'm definitely keeping it for collectors because I'm a little bit of a hoarder. Anywho, so then we come on to the Connemara. I think literally the Connemara are just an amazing breed. Like, their model is flawless. Yes, they're on the smaller side, so I don't like them as much, but I do genuinely think the colours they come in, except for the brown one with the white mane, I don't like any horses that look like that, but that's just a personal preference. This horse is genuinely gorgeous, and I love the way it runs, and I train it in a week. So if I do train if I train horses in a week, you know I really like them. This kind of almost sparked a movie, I think, maybe because the animations are just gorgeous. Like, honestly, I think the Star Stable just nailed this horse. So this is Melody's sister. She's my second Icelandic, and she's so cute. Oh my gosh. I knew I had to get another Icelandic just because I didn't like the chestnut as much as maybe I should have. And it was between the black, the white, this one, or the black and the white kind of cow horse, and I ended up going with this one, and I'm in love. Yes, I know I don't train them as much as I should. Now we get on to the Trakennas. So this was the first, this is Sapphire Bird. She's the first Trakenna I got. I really like the Trakennas. I think they're definitely what Star Stable was working towards in terms of the step up from English Thoroughbred, Hanoverian, and then finally the Trakennas. They're just like, the model is gorgeous, the animations are gorgeous, and the coats are just, oh my gosh. So which one do I have? The ginger one. I can't wait to show you that one. That was gorgeous. But yeah, definitely should ride her more than I currently do. But yeah, this horse is absolutely I definitely would recommend if you're like really trying to save up. I think a Trakenna is great because they can be used for so much, and they look cute, and the colors are really nice as well. So over here we have my second Connemara. This is Sky Dreamer, and she's a flea button, and she's so cute. I love her so much. Did I train her? Kind of. So we move on to Autumn Fall. This horse was so difficult to pick out. It was between this Trakenna or the black one, and my friend Tuva Skystorm has both on her alternate account. I made her go on her account and showcase these horses for me, and I ended up going with this. I think horses that have really unique coats like this are just so nice. Then we move on to Fire Guardian. Definitely a collector's item. You got him in the Halloween section. He's cool. Definitely wouldn't get this horse if you're looking just for a purchase, but if you have like some spare star coins and Halloween comes around again, then sure, why not? But it's definitely like a novelty item. So I think we have one more batch of horses to go through. We're so close. Then I have something really quick to say, and then we can move on to my wardrobe. And I sorted it differently this time. If you haven't seen my original home stable tour, don't worry about it because I repeat myself a little bit, and this one's just better and it's updated, but I will be right back while I change the horses. Alrighty, so we just have this row of horses left to do, and then we can move on. So first we have Phantom King. He is a, oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher this, Lusitano. I think I did okay on that one. Yeah, so he's a Lusitano and he's amazing. Definitely when I was doing the quest, what's it called? It was the Cantarella quests. And that girl was riding the black one. I was like, I want that horse. And this was about the time that spoilers started coming out for the different colours. And I remember watching the spoilers, and when I saw the black one, I was like, I have to wait. Like, I can't get another one. I need the black one. So I had to wait a couple of weeks after the initial release to get the black one. So that was Phantom King. Then we move on to Gold Rain. I got way before. I got her from the app. And she's so cute. She reminds me of Candy Floss so much because she's so light and cute. And oh. So next up we have, who is this? Summer Princess. You guys, if you have watched my Star Stable movie called This Is Summer, and she was the main character in it. I played her voice. After buying this horse and riding it, it just sparked so much in my mind that I ended up creating a movie, and she's so cute. Like, I think the North Swedish horses are freaking adorable. Like, genuinely, they're so cute. And this Palomino is so unique as well. I'm a sucker for Palominos as well, so yeah, that's the thing. Next we move on to Solar Heart. He's actually in a video. I think it was like How Not to Be Bored or something. Yeah, I don't know. Cute, I guess. I think one horse I definitely really want them to update is the, what's it called? Oh my gosh, the gold one. Oh my gosh, I'm going to butcher this. Ahal Teke. I'm ruining it. I'm sorry. The gold one that's in the original Jorvik model. I think they have so much to do with that. I reckon if they go something along the lines of like the newer Jorvik model crossed with maybe a Lusitano, I think that would be really cool. Really cool. Anywho, so then I bought Storm Queen. Funny, the story behind this horse. So if any of you have played Skyrim, you can get a horse at, I believe it is Whiterun, and this horse just reminds me of that horse so much. It is called Queen Alsavigar. Oh god, I butchered it again. Or Queen Ali for short, and she was one of my first horses that I rode in that game, and then seeing this horse in the Star Stable, I was kind of like, I kind of want it. And you know what? I don't regret buying this horse at all. I still think the North Swedish are so cute, and I usually I can imagine myself being a ranger on this horse. I like to do trails around Mistfall on this horse. So I think is super cute, and that's kind of why the name Storm Queen came up. From the origin of Skyrim. Skyrim's a good game. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So this is Wild Mist. My goodness, I had to wait so long for this horse. When they first came out, I did not have the star coins to buy this horse, and almost everyone had this horse, or everyone that wanted it had it. And it was so cute. It's a mix of the paint, it's got blue eyes, and it's a Palomino. This horse was a horse of my dreams. And I'm so glad that I did end up getting it. Oh my gosh, I just love this horse so much. I definitely should train it more. But if you guys haven't seen, on my Instagram, my friend Tuva Skystorm did art for me from based on that horse, and it is fabulous. On to the final horse. So this horse is in completely the wrong spot. This horse should have been right back at the beginning, but it's fine. This is second Thunder Warrior. I got him before I got the Shire, and he's pretty cool. If somebody rode up to me on this horse, they look like they're a sergeant. They're pretty cool. This is the exact same kind of coat as the Scarlet Dancer. I think that's her name. Is that correct? I don't even know. But on like the older model, so you can see like the crossover between them because he is a Frisian sport, the same as her. So finally, right, that is all of my horses. Come to my wardrobe. If you watched the original home stable tour, I updated a lot. So the way that it's ordered is completely different now. So I'm just going to pop this to the side so we can see. So this is kind of my pre-made set. So here we've got, I believe, yeah, it's a jumping set. We've just got some basic jumping gear. This is a dressage set, so I've got like the hat and the jacket. I think this is another dressage set that I have. This one I believe is nope, this is also dressage, but it's a different kind of dressage. Then I've got some Christmas gear here, and I love Christmas so much, so that's why I've got the gear here. What's this? I think this is in the wrong place, but this is kind of casual gear, I think. This is my beachwear. Yeah, I've got the skirt and some casual boots, and here is Western, I think this is supposed to be. Yeah, this is supposed to be the Western set. And then this is another racing set. But anyway, up onto the second tab, I've got all my hats, and you're probably thinking, Abby, what on earth is this? This jumbled mess. Now, give me a second, but they're actually ordered in colour. So up at the top, I have my whites, then I have blacks, then I have my, and then I have my pinks, then I have my browns, then I have, I think, blues, and then below that I have the green. And then I've got the kind of wreath here. I think these are really cute. So it's gonna look like at first glance like it doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but it makes sense to me. So that's how we're gonna do it. The same thing with the shirts. Then I have the okay, I don't know what happened here. I'm not sure what's supposed to be here or why there's nothing here. But I'm not going to question it. So I've got the same thing here. Then we have my boots. I have a black boot missing. I think I'm wearing them. But they're also ordered in colour. So then we move on to the gloves. I've kind of mixed the gloves in with also the head accessories and the masks. The same thing with these. They're kind of ordered. These are ordered in like eyewear, moustache wear. I feel like that's supposed to be up here, but I'm not going to start messing around with that now. This is my set section. So if I get like the witch sets and fairy sets and the stuff you can get from promotional things, I put it in here because they're not really stuff I'm going to be wearing on a regular basis, and I'd prefer to keep them all together, and it kind of shows you like what collection I have. Again, I'm a hoarder, so I don't get rid of anything, or I try not to. Oh no, what happened here? Oh, right, so this is my acting wardrobe. So here, I'll put this on and see if any of you can recognize who this is. If you know, I don't think they usually wear a hat. So if you know who this is, if you've seen this character before, it's in one of my mini movies. If you know who this character is, do tell me, because I'll be interested to see if you recognize any of these characters and who's watched what. So let me just click this. If you recognize, if you recognize who this is, hats off to you as well. I think he had a mustache. Now onto the horse gear. So it's a similar premise. The first tab is kind of pre-made sets. Then we have all of the bridles. Over here we have blankets. Same here. And here we have leg wraps. Yes, so this is my massive collection of bows. Here I've got some medals. So my collection is not that big. And if I do championship, I tend not to win. So that's a bit tragic. Here are all the horseshoes. If you noticed, I actually take the horseshoes off. And this is purely for the reason I, 1, can see like about how many horses I have, and 2, if I'm missing a horseshoe that has like stats on it, it's really easy to find because I can see if they're wearing horseshoes or not. Finally, we get it to the item tab. I've sorted all my food out. This is all my archaeological finds. I'm a hoarder, so I keep this kind of stuff. So this is, again, I'm such a hoarder. I just keep food around. If I bought something, say the Valentine stuff, I like to keep it just because I'm a hoarder and I like novelty items. So this is, oh my gosh, it's getting worse. So this is the stuff that I didn't trade. If I have leftover stuff, if I don't like these Christmas wishes, there wasn't anything left that I wanted, so I just store them away for next year so that I don't have to necessarily do as much work. I think, yeah, so more of me hoarding. This is all the powders that I never used, but that I hoard anyway, so that if I was like, oh, I really wish I could be a reindeer, I could just pull these out. I've got loads of lanterns, I've got loads of fireworks, and I think I have some, yeah, these are the skeleton powders. Thank you for sticking with me through the second home stable tour. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay positive, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!